I'm here with part two to finish off the TB Joshua saga, guys. So the thing is, TB Joshua had built this big compound, obviously. Money was in Pella. So in this big compound, he had a whole floor to himself where he was staying. The wife was not even going there, you understand? But he had his disciples. It was men that were serving him there, you understand? So if he wanted to bath, people had to be there. Imagine seeing your daddy naked, watching him getting naked. If he wants to go to the toilet, you had to help him pull down his pants so that he can go to the toilet. You can imagine, but to them, like, you are saving God. This person is very close to God. It's fine. It's okay. But like, rich people do weird things, guys. So I'm not surprised. Like, it was obvious. So his female disciples, like, he would invite them at night, obviously, when people are sleeping. He would invite maybe one to go there and see him. And when that person is there, like, is busy romanticizing this person, is busy doing things, laying on top of them, like having sexual things with these people, you understand? But to them, it was that thing of, okay, this is my dad. This thing is not a problem. And they would even tell them, like, God is not angry. God is not angry, my child. God is not angry with this thing. You understand? So they would do it. And some of them, like, if you are there and you're not getting called, you would think, okay, maybe I am not working hard enough. I am not doing enough for this person to see me. You understand? Because they didn't even know why these others were getting called there. They didn't even know that he was calling these people to assault them. You understand? So people were getting assaulted and things like that. But the problem is that there's always going to be a problem. These women, some of them, they were getting pregnant during all these assaults. So in the compound, they had a medical department that was specializing in abortions. So we would take these women, go there. There was this older woman that was busy helping these girls get abortions and whatnot. He was doing abortions, and if you dare get pregnant, you are disobeying Papa, and it's your fault. How is it your fault when you're getting pregnant and this person is assaulting you every chance they get? Make it make sense, please. So these things were happening, abortions were happening there. So there was a time he even got Bishola. Bishola was one of his disciples. He was like, I need virgins. I need people that are still fresh. I need fresh blood. Go get me fresh blood. So this woman, she would go get virgins for him. Obviously, they were gonna go to the bed, do they do. After doing the do, he would take literally everything that was there on the bed when they were doing all these things and take them to the prayer mountain. So in this big compound, like, he had a prayer mountain where everything was happening. If he wanted to pray, if he wanted to speak to whoever I wanted to speak to, he would go to this prayer mountain. So after having sexual things with these people, he would take those things to the prayer mountain. God knows what he was going there to do. You understand? And in this prayer mountain, it was a weird thing because this prayer mountain, when he goes there, it had to be very smoky. He had to be wearing a red robe, holding a sword, chanting, God save us, God have mercy. Imagine there, this person is chanting. This is the person that is supposed to be a man of God. Why are you chanting all these things? It didn't make sense. So one time he went to the prayer mountain. When he was there at the prayer mountain, like, a big fish came, because in this prayer mountain, there was a lot of water. It was full of water everywhere in different prayer rooms, you understand? So one time he was there at the prayer mountain, a big fish came. When this big fish came, he took that big fish out of the water. He cut a bit of his hair, and he cut the hair on the head. Then after that, he cut a bit of his hair, like, down there in the private area. He put the hair that he got from these private parts, he fed them to the fish. You can imagine, like, what kind of sick person does that? Which means, like, this guy was busy performing rituals. So after putting all this hair in that fish, he took back the fish, obviously, inside the water. The fish started multiplying. You understand? But just like any toxic relationship, one day you are going to wake up and see that no, man, I'm in a toxic situation. Even though you loved this person, even though you were willing to do everything to make this person happy, you're gonna wake up one day and be like, no, this is wrong. So these women that started waking up, not all of them, because people are not the same. You understand? Some people, they wanna die there. So some women, they started waking up, and even his own daughter, she went there and confronted him like, why are you doing this thing? Why are you taking advantage of these women? Stop. He had to disown his own daughter because she was confronting him. He didn't want anybody to go against him. You go against him, you die. And the same time that he disowned the daughter, imagine the daughter is coming out. You grew up in the compound where you had everything on a silver platter. You understand? Now you are a daughter to a millionaire, to a billionaire there in Nigeria. Then you're getting kicked out to nothing. You are nothing. You are homeless there by the streets of Lagos. You are left in the jungle to suffer, to die. You understand? And at the same time, when he was busy assaulting these women, when he was busy chasing out his daughter, in the public, he was performing wonders. All these miracles, all these exaggerated miracles that were fake. So he was busy dining with presidents. He had presidents all over. If he had to come to any country, presidents themselves, they would welcome this guy in a convoy. He was like, you have arrived, man. Like, this is a man of God everywhere. But now looking back, I think like he knew, man. He knew these people's secrets. These people, they were busy performing things together. You understand? So that time he was busy doing charity work. He was busy paying people's school fees. If you are in the universities, I remember there was a time, obviously, we would watch, he was busy giving people money. Oh, you are in university. I am in university. I don't know. I don't have money to pay. He would give people money, give people money. You understand? He was doing all these things, giving money to do all these different things. He was helping everybody. So he was like a savior, really. Like, you look at him, you like, this is a true man of God. But behind closed doors, this guy is busy doing evil things. He's busy performing rituals there by the prayer mountain, feeding fish. Sorry. He was busy there by the prayer mountain, feeding fish and everything. So for me, I don't care like the kind of person you are, but I don't care how rich you are. But if you're the kind of person that you cannot even treat your own daughter with respect, if you cannot love your own daughter, but you are busy out there doing things, like for me, that's just awful. On top of that, you are taking advantage of these women. You are it's just a lot. Taking advantage of little kids, because these kids that were virgins, he wanted them to be under 18. You understand? So hundreds and hundreds. He assaulted hundreds of people. So there was a time, like obviously business was booming. He would even chant, money is coming, money is coming, money is coming. We got to be rich. We are getting richer and richer and richer. You understand? So he built this at the compound there. He wanted to build a 5-star hotel because everybody is coming, even dignitaries. Presidents were coming to his church, and just he would show them around that, look at me, I dine with presidents. They're coming to me. You understand? So he built this 5-star hotel, but he knew that this infrastructure was not stable. But he wanted these people to just continue staking up floors. Just add. I just need money. I'm focusing on money. So unfortunately, the structure, it fell down. A lot of people, they lost their lives there. Over 100 people, like, they lost their lives, and he wasn't even moved about it. It didn't even care much. Like, for him, it was like business as usual. Okay, people, the building fell, so what? So in order to take these people out, some of them, they had to use chainsaws. You understand? You go in there with a chainsaw, taking people out. Imagine the horror. Because the medical departments from there in Nigeria, they were not even allowed in. You understand? Immediately the building fell, he closed everything, he closed doors and whatnot. So they were allowed there very late. So the disciples had to take people out. Imagine you seeing people. There was this guy who was saying, like, people, they were just screaming, help me, help me, help me. And he could hear their voices, they're fading, because these people, they are in pain. You get? So He had to do something about this deaths and whatnot. A lot of people died here in South Africa. I think it was over 70 people that died, but he managed to everywhere where, like in each country of those victims, he had to send somebody. In South Africa, he sent one woman that was one of his disciples, obviously. He sent her to all these families with bags of money. It was literally like bribing them, like, okay, your child has died, your mother, your father, your whoever has died there. They were supposed to go there to pray, but they died. So, oh well, life goes on. Here's money. You understand? So these people like, why are you giving us money? We don't want money. We want answers. What's with all this? You understand? But he had to give them money. But some people, like, they're just gonna take the money, and they'll be like, if you don't take the money, like, this person that died, they're not going to be happy. Your daughter is not going to be happy that when you're not taking this money. Just take the money and forget about, don't dwell about the past. Don't focus about their death. Just take the money and continue live. Imagine you just lost your daughter. When how can you just forget about everything and move on like nothing happened? Yo, guys, it's a lot. So obviously it's very sad that he died and things like that, you understand? But I just knew that people are gonna come out and talk. I knew that people at this day, it was gonna happen eventually, because when the building collapsed, people investigated, because he was telling people that no, this building collapsed because there are people that are after me. There are enemies that are after me. He made people think that maybe the building was bombed. The building was not bombed. It was structural failure. The building, like, it had to fall down eventually, and he knew this thing. So he kept postponing. He had to go to court. Obviously, he kept postponing everything, postponing until he died. But obviously, he was paying. Money talks everywhere. Money talks in Nigeria. Like, we have money, Oga pay. You understand? You're gonna pay these people. They kept postponing. And they are eating in the palm of his hands. He's doing everything. He's giving the money. This person was a billionaire. He had private jets and everything, dining with presidents. You cannot touch this guy. There's no way you're gonna touch him. You understand? But for me, as much as he looked like he was doing a lot of good in people's eyes, he was doing a whole lot of bad as well. So maybe he thought he was balancing the equation. I don't know, guys. Like, what I'm saying, like, what I've learned with this whole thing, just trust yourself. Stop putting too much of your devotion. Stop putting too much of this of your trust in pastors. These people are devious. These people, like, sometimes they are even devils in disguise. Like, if your church, you go to a church and it's small, please stay there. Don't be going out chasing everything. Not everything is as good as it looks from the outside. Because these disciples, they were saying there was no way you're gonna know the real TB Joshua without going in. You understand? If you didn't live with this guy, you were never going to know and understand that this is the kind of person that he is. So as much as there are a lot of people that are saying, oh, I got delivered, there are a lot of people that died because they stopped taking their medicines. They stopped taking everything. If you're stopping to take your medication, you are going to die. Especially if you didn't get healed. You were there. Help me, pray for me. This thing was fake. So, you're my haze. But anyway, guys, I just hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. I'm gonna be coming back with a lot of story times. I'm gonna share my stories, guys. I'm gonna talk about things that are very dear to me, you understand? So just watch, like the video. Don't leave the video without liking it, guys. Please like the video and also share the video. So have a good day. Enjoy. Stay out of trouble.